Let's get to Marlene and Tina talking about holiday plants and essentially keeping them all alive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or keeping them past the season.
Yes.
Got it.
So we'll start with poinsettias because they're everyone's favorite. And
this is beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? I could not resist. So they are breeding different colors.
Okay.
I'm not, this is like, okay, but that, phenomenal.
So beautiful.
And they're native to Mexico, and they are perennials, but they do not like temperatures below 50. So that's why most of the time you don't see them growing outside.
Okay.
Right? But during the holiday season, what you want to do is when you water so water flows out. Whoops, I took it out of the pot.
Okay.
Flows out the bottom of the pot, right?
Yeah.
Don't water in the sleeve and let it sit in there because that's going to rot. The soil it's in is that heavy peat soil I mentioned,
right,
which is fine, but if you're going to keep it, try to keep it alive.
Okay.
I recommend putting it in a succulent mix because it is a succulent-like mix, right? Mm-hmm. Or a plant. And you could grow it inside, really bright light, or outside, afternoon shade, but then bring it inside before temperatures drop below 50. To get it to color up, you need to put it in complete darkness for 14 hours a day for at least 8 weeks.
Oh.
And that's the key, and that's why. And you can always prune it down. Now, the other one is cyclamen. Some people will bring these inside. They're a perennial as well. They're a bulb, and the problem with these is they're summer dormant. So if you plant it in the ground, but it's in an area where you irrigate, you're gonna rot the bulb. So you can put it in a pot, let it go dormant in the summer, and then it'll come back in the fall and winter.
I love those.
Aren't they cute?
So pretty.
They're darling. Okay, Christmas cactus, and there's a few different species. There's Easter cactus, Thanksgiving cactus, but we'll just call them, Christmas cactus right now. They are a cactus. Everything you see is a stem material, and I pulled this out of the pot because this was sold as one plant.
Okay.
Look at all these cuttings in there.
So you could
divide it.
Okay.
Be careful with it. I would wait until after, right? But you could get like 5 plants out of this one. Grow in the succulent mix as well.
Okay.
Same thing with this. To trigger it to flower, it needs some more dark, not as finicky as this, but a lot of times people won't have it flower because they grow it inside year round and they leave their lights on longer and longer.
Okay.
So outside, it will do fine. It takes, same thing, about 45 degrees. You want to protect it.
And how they do it in the spring, summer?
Oops. They're fine. We'll get that later.
We'll get that
That's
later.
for you. That's your Christmas present.
Thank you. Okay, and finally?
And then this one, which I pulled out of a pot, so I didn't have to bring the pot.
Okay.
Amaryllis. The flower spike comes up first. This is forced. Remember, they grow and they bloom late summer. But let it flower, let the foliage come up, let the foliage completely die down because that's putting energy into the bulb.
Do you have to cut it or just let it go?
Let it die.
Okay.
Let it die. You want all that energy to go into the bulb. You could put it outside in the ground or a pot, and then once it gets on its regular schedule, it'll bloom end of summer. That's it. Try not to put them in the compost bin. I get it. Some of these will
get
die.
a little leggy, right?
Yes, a little leggy.
Well, thank you, Marlene the Plant Lady on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, and you like these, so here you go. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. She doesn't want to fill up her car.
Yeah.
All right, on Facebook, Instagram, Marlene the Plant Lady and Flower Powered Garden Hour. All right, thank you. Always good to see you. Merry Christmas.
See you next year.
Back to you.
Thank you to both of you. It is the perfect way to celebrate the holidays with family and friends.